Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some Europa Universalis IV. All your trade are belong to us. That is the title of the series, and as expected, that means that we're going to be going for an achievement called All Your Trade Are Belong to Us. So, that achievement is have the highest trade power in Genoa, Venice, and the English Channel while having an income of at least 300 ducats per month. So, I want to do a couple of achievements at once instead of just doing one at a time. So we're going to go for All Your Trade Are Belong to Us, and at the same time, we're going to try to go for one called a Protected Market, which is 100% mercantilism. And finally, there's a third achievement that we might be able to knock out at the exact same time, which is just forming Italy. It's called the Italian Ambition. I think that's what it's called. But so the country that we're going to play is Genoa in that case. I've never really played as Genoa before, and Genoa has one of the most fragmented starts of like all of the countries in the game. They, unlike most countries that are like contiguous, Genoa is just all over the place. They've got two provinces here in Italy. They've got Corsica. Over here, they've got this province called Chios over next to, Mr. Autoderp. And they've got three provinces over here next to Crimea. And they get missions that just send them in every single direction of the map. You have missions that'll put you in Gibraltar or Tangiers or Constantinople or Ferrara, just all over the place. And it's a very, very fragmented start. So, our ideas, we have trade efficiency plus 10%, reduced interest, which helps out for loans, obviously. Reuniting the nation, stability cost reduction, time to justify trade conflict, it's alright. Morale of navies plus 20%, trade power abroad plus 10, galley costs minus 33, extra 10% national tax modifier, 25% national force limit, naval force limit, and then 10% shipbuilding time gets reduced, and minus 20% naval maintenance modifier. Now, if we do end up forming Italy, we'll end up taking on new ideas. Unfortunately, one of the other countries that I would have considered possibly would be paying as like the Netherlands or something. Holland here starts off with Dutch ideas, plus 50% naval force limit, which is even better. But yeah, we're going to go with Genoa and just see how it is. Now, we are a republic, which means that we're like one of 5 or 6 republics at the start of the game. And one thing that's really quite nice is that you can always attack other republics. So we're going to turn off dynamic province names. You have to have everything else on normal. Let's give this a go. We will call this, let's see. We're going to call this Genoa. I already had all your trade on there for like a trial thing just to check out how the game started off. So, okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's see how we are looking at the start of the game here. First off, who hates us? We have 3 rivals, Byzantium, Provence, and Milan. So Milan, our next door neighbor. Who hates Milan? Enemies are Switzerland and Savoy. So Savoy and Switzerland would both, well, probably be friendly. Yes, they are. We could use them to kind of offset Milan here, although I don't expect Milan is going to want to attack us. Now, what would be really crazy is if we could secure like an alliance with France. Sweet. And Austria. Not Castile, though. Damn. Aragon? No. Aragon is hostile. England? No? Rats. Well, still, France and Austria. We'll take that. That's pretty good. How's Venice feeling? Venice is friendly. They desire Chios, however. Okay, interesting. What kind of advisors do we have? We've got a missionary. Hey, a missionary. That could be useful. We've got a bunch of Orthodox and Sunni junk at the beginning of the game. We can convert Montrega at 0.5% base, so if we get that missionary, sorry, the Inquisitor, takes us up 5-fold to 2.5% per month. That'd actually be pretty manageable at that rate. I'm thinking that we're going to want to do lots of naval-type stuff. Let's check out our missions first. Greed in Gibraltar. So here's what I was talking about. These missions give you free mercantilism, and they give you a claim on random provinces. They're not random, but they're quite random, I think. So it wants us to take Gibraltar from Granada. And then we've got remove Theodoro from the map. I don't know why. I believe they are one province minor adjacent to us with no allies. I mean, we could do that. But the other thing we could do is we could just go immediately and attack like Venice or Ragusa. Because as a merchant republic, you always have trade dispute on every other merchant republic. So we can attack Ragusa, Venice, Novgorod, or the Hansa whenever the heck we want. Now, we wouldn't have any kind of reduction for taking provinces, but Ragusa, for example, we could just head on over there and take their land before Venice gets its grubby little hands on it. So, I think we definitely want to hire the Inquisitor, most likely. I think we can afford advisors, right? Yeah, barely. I think we're going to want that. We've got a trade efficiency guy that fits for... Yeah, we're going to take level 3s... level 1s across the board. Even if we go into debt slightly at the beginning, we just need those monarch points at the beginning. Who can we rival? We can rival Aragon. We can rival Byzantium right back. We can rival Milan back. We can't rival any of the people that I would actually possibly want to attack. Like, you know, I do think Granada would be very easy to beat early on. Let's see. If we allied France and Austria, we could probably call them in against... Probably France would be willing to join a war against Granada. Question is if Granada ends up with any major alliances in the beginning of the game. What do you think is more important? Going for Ragusa, which does feed into our primary node, or Sevilla, which does also, again, feed into our primary node. Well, Gibraltar is not a center of trade. However, part of our goal is to get the extra mercantilism, so getting the 2% for getting Gibraltar would be quite nice. You know, I think we have a little tiny bit of time until we have to move on Gibraltar. You know, I think Spain starts with, or Castile starts with like a 4 or 5 year truce with them. So perhaps we could sneak out Ragusa real quick. So first things first, let's secure a couple alliances. We'll ally both Austria and France at the exact same time, so they both stay friends. Hopefully that will work. Let's find out. We've already got our advisors. We'll play on speed 3. We're going to want to train galleys, I think. Simply because we are in an inland sea, and trade's nice, but you know what's nicer is always winning the naval game. So I think we're going to go with that. Let's get the alliances. Okay, they've accepted. Savoy has entered into an alliance with Ferrara. Austria has entered into a few alliances. Aragon is allied with Portugal. Nothing surprising there. Let's go ahead and set best guess on special interest, and let's pick up a few extra countries that I do want to have pop-ups about. I always like knowing what's going on with Denmark. I like to know what's going on with Poland and Lithuania. Portugal, you're relatively nearby. You're in an upstream node. Castile, we care about you. Aragon, we've already got you set. Ottomans, obviously, we want to know about the Ottomans. We already do. Okay, good. I want to know what's going on with the Mamluks in case they attack. And I'd probably be interested in what's going on with Tunis, Morocco, like almost everyone. You know, a lot of people, basically. All these guys. Okay, good. All right. So, that being said, let's start converting. 40 months for Montreга. Let's go for that. And we're going to go after Ragusa, I think. Even though it's going to cost a few points. Let's see. Maybe we want to pick up the alliances with Savoy and Switzerland as well, real quick. I think we should do that as well. As long as they haven't rivaled each other. You have rivaled... So, yeah, of course you have. So I've got to choose then between Switzerland and Savoy. Well, you know, eventually France might decide that they want to eat Savoy, so I'd probably prefer to err on the side of Switzerland. How about we pick up, allied to rival. You've rivaled Austria. Seems unlikely then that we can be friends with Venice. Which makes sense. I mean, I'd like to be friends with Venice simply because they've got the navy at the start, but... As long as the Papal State's willing to be friendly, until they get to the desire over our provinces, I guess we can be friends with them. We could try to prevent them from flipping hostile on us by being their ally for now. Okay, so with these alliances then, Ottomans have entered into an alliance with Tunis. Can we pull anyone in? We could pull in Austria against Ragusa. I don't think we need them. I think we can just win this war straight up, so... Let's, I'd really just love to get a mission, though. Can we get Gibraltar done? I wonder. Morocco would protect them. No one would help out. Okay. In that case, yeah, we're going to go for Ragusa first. So we'll just immediately declare the war. And our guy is Doge Rafael Adorno. He's a 134, aged 69. I mean, he's slightly better than what you can summon, or, you know, the randomly generated guy, 114 or 141, that kind of thing. But he's going to die soon anyway, and I think I'd prefer just to have a leader, so... Okay, kind of curious. All that fire value doesn't really help out too much. And let's head over there. We'll wait until we're actually in position to do the war before we actually call him in. Oh, sorry, we've already declared the war. What am I talking about? Kill all the things. So what we're hoping is that we can kill his navy, kill his army while it's in the boats. Valence is allied with Savoy. Okay, that's fine. France will help us out there. Castile is allied there. I mean, it'd be great if we could be friends with Castile as well. Okay, one more time. Our enemies are Milan. I never did set my rivals, but that's okay. We weren't able to rival this guy. Yes, all of the provinces in Italy will leave the empire if something doesn't happen. We're going to go into debt here right away. It's going to be great. Yeah, we want to kill your navy because our navy's bigger. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, we're in the same sea zone. Excuse me? Hey, we're in the same sea zone. What just happened? How did that happen? January 8th. We'll be there on the 4th. I want to kill your navy. Come on. Am I going crazy? Why are we not fighting? He's going to go after Chios. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. It's going to take you a month to land. That's just weird. Venice has decided to become hostile. There goes our opportunity for military access. Serbia, though, will probably give it to us. So we'll take that, and then we'll do our landing there. Sweden's going to try to break free. Is there something like that I'm missing? Can troops with transports not attack other ships now or something? That was just very strange. I had to land my troops before they were able to engage. I don't know why. I've never had that happen before. That's just weird. Well, we only managed to kill 2 regiments. But they both sank. Good enough for me. And we are off. Okay, so we'll get our military access there. Going to cost us a couple diplo points for just a month or two. Probably want to improve relations with like France and Austria just for a little bit to make sure they stay friendly. We don't want them to suddenly decide that because they hate each other that they don't want to be our friends. Now, one of the things that's quite nice is, as Genoa, is that we are a prince inside the empire. So even if we are not allies with Austria, if anything happens where, like an outside threat, the Ottomans, if anything happens where they attack us, we should be protected by the emperor. So we don't necessarily have to maintain the alliance with Austria. So if it comes right down to it, I'll probably break that relationship. If we must. Okay, wars are happening, things are going on. Conquer, yeah, okay. Probably, yeah, it's over here. I don't think we want to attack Circassia. They start off with hostile core creation. And we have no monarch points to begin with anyway. We would like to get to military tech 4 first, but also I plan on coring stuff right away, and I don't want to be held up by that. So I think I'm actually just going to focus on admin from the very beginning of the game. Got our blockade going, yes. No, we don't. Got to get next sea zone over. Soon as we get out of this province, we're going to want to cancel that military access so we don't waste any points. You have nowhere to run, and you are already dead. Excellent. And it is just a level 1 fort. Easy starting war. Get our feet wet. We do have some siege value, so we will do it the other way and leave behind. Currently, he asked for access through Venice, because we have access through Venice. And that war is almost basically settled then. So conquer Greed and Gibraltar again. You are at peace. You have 7 regiments. Stealing Gibraltar would be nice. I want to do everything we can to get that, as many of those the missions that give mercantilism as we can. Form the Italian nation. That automatically removes you from the empire. Genoa breaks out of the empire, and we automatically become a kingdom. How long do you think it'll be till Doge Rafael Adorno dies? I don't think he's going to live very long. We do have 100 Republican traditions, so it makes sense to re-elect him, even if he is very old. Hey, nice. Got a wall breach already. That's so good. A walls breached used to suck. Now it gives 2 siege status plus 1 walls breached. It still gives 3 full siege status. Because you're rolling a 14, it makes sense. All of the beta patch made no sense at all. You would only get a 1. You would get a 1. You roll so well that you would normally get, like, Defender's Desert or Water Shortage or something. And, well, Defender's Desert's actually not that great. I've never understood why Defender's Desert is worse than the others. Ottomans have declared war on Albania. Well, that's unfortunate for us. And for Albania. We want to pay a lot of attention to what's going on with France and, you know, the big major powers around us. Hungary, you know what? You're probably somebody I should pay attention to as well. And Poland. We already did Poland, but, couldn't hurt to set Hungary is a special interest as well. And Venice has declared war on Albania as well. I wonder if they're going to sneak some troops onto that province before the Ottomans can. Maybe they're trying to be super sneaky. No, there can be no peace, Ragusa. I don't want your trade power. I want your life. I want your life, not your money. It's the opposite of that one song. You know what song I'm talking about, right? I do. I know what song I'm talking about. We could call Austria in. I don't think we want to do that. We could also improve relations with our other allies. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, I have a feeling that the Papal State's going to get, really, really upset with us. And unfortunately, when they do, if we expand anywhere near them at all, if they become hostile toward us, decide they want to kill us, it's going to make it very difficult to get free mercantilism from bumping up sanctioned commercial monopoly. That's like the best way to get free mercantilism over time. Generally, if you can get like 6 or so points per year, then, every 100 points, you're bumping up mercantilism by 1. So what would that be? 100 divided by 6 is going to be 16 years. So over the course of 100 years, you're going to get 6% mercantilism. That's not that much, really, but it's still useful. It helps out. We start off with, I think, 25% as Genoa. So we need to gain 75% throughout the course of the game. It's not going to be easy. Excellent. That was a pretty quick siege there. Okay, come back from Austria. And we're just going to go straight up for full annexation. It's going to cost a tiny bit of aggressive expansion, nothing really major. And, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to take some money. 0.21 inflation for 63 ducats. That stinks, but we're going to do it anyway. And there's nothing else that we need to do, so yeah, we're good. Thanks for the land. Now, as much as I'd love to just not have to raise autonomy, because we are so fragmented, and it is so difficult sometimes to get military access. Like, for instance, let's say that we need to land troops here. Venice hates us. What if suddenly, Serbia decides they hate us? Then, like, this province is so isolated that I'm just going to have to raise autonomy pretty much in everything that we conquer. So we are going to start coring soon-ish. And again, back to our missions. Greed in Gibraltar or remove Theodoro from the map. Well, Theodoro's already at war, so that seems a bit unlikely. I guess we're looking at maybe Granada. We can't call anyone in, though. That's the problem. Our diplomatic reputation went down slightly by having a little bit of overextension. Castile, any chance you want to be my friend? Portugal? No? Because I certainly can't take on Tunis and Morocco by myself. Well, we could always go the more standard route and just fabricate claims adjacent to us. Let's start off by getting some rivals set. So, Byzantium. Crimea, no. Milan, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I just don't want to expand in Italy and cause them to hate me. We could rival the Ottomans, yay! I think not. One of the reasons why I wanted to ally the Emperor is so that if we do take land that's inside the Empire, we don't have to deal with unlawful territory requests. Montferrat, I think you're a vassal, right? Yes, you are. What cultures do we accept? Ligurian is then the Latin culture group. We also accept Pontic. Okay, so everything in Italy we're going to at least have as a same culture group. It is tempting to maybe take some of this land. Just get the aggressive expansion with the Empire starting to tick down, Take one province just so that we're getting every single year, we're getting a reduction in aggressive expansion. Let's see what happens. We'll rival Milan. See if that changes our available missions at all. Didn't. We will rival... Hell, we could rival Bosnia. We're probably not going to get any free claims on Bosnia, though. But hey, a lot of this land does feed into our capital node. We'd really prefer to have more of this region, though. Problem is that if I go after Firenze, that's adjacent to the Papal State, and the Papal State's going to want that. Not a lot of options here. We could attack Provence. France hates Provence. Austria is allied to them. That's no fun. but you're also allied to Savoy. So if we attack Savoy, we could end up at war with Ferrara and Provence. That is quite lovely. I think we should rival Savoy. So we rival Savoy, and we rival Provence. Ferrara would be a great fit too, though. And then what we do is we need to get a claim, protect against Savoy. Okay, 12 regiments. That's totally doable. Okay, well, I'm going to take a break here. In the next video, I expect we will hopefully start doing some of this mercantilism-ish mission-y stuff. Should be quite nice. Until then, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you soon.